Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers, Blowers, and Guns. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Today I'm doing a quick review on a new LPVO first focal plane rifle scope. I got this in the mail the other day, and it's a Sniper brand. Sniper brand. And it was sent to me from Texas Precision Optics. I'm going to open it up right now and let you guys see what it's like. So as you guys know, I've done a few scope videos recently for a couple of companies, and this one will be my third one that I'm doing. And in anticipation of this product, I had gotten rid of my red dot sight. I had a Romeo 5 from Sig Sauer. And then I also had a Vortex VMX 3T flipped to the side 3 times magnifier. As you guys know, that was about 100 years ago. No, it was almost like 6 months ago where that was very popular. So as technology gets better, there are a lot more different things that you would put on. You know, the progression of sighting is iron sights, right? Then the red dot, and then, oh wow, I'd like to see further, so let me put a 3 times magnifier in the back. Then you have 3 times prism scopes, kind of like the ACOG, which I recently just got to. That's good for me because of my stigmatism. I don't have to be, my eyeball doesn't have to be right on the reticle for me to see. I could actually have 3 to 4 inches of eye relief, which is very important if you want to sight quickly, you know what I mean? So this is my Moriarty Arms AR9. It used to be FDE color, but I recently painted it olive drab green. You know, I have 3 rifles. You need every color. I have a black one, an FDE one, and now I have an ODG one. You know what I mean? In the future, I'll probably have a camouflage one. But anyway, so this is ready for a new optic. And we're going to open this one up here from Texas Precision Optics. And like I said, it's Sniper brand. Ooh, look at this fancy box. I don't even know how to open it. Okay, it's got a magnetic closure here just for the box. Pretty amazing. First of all, we have instructions here. Get out of here. We don't need instructions. Figure it out, man. So it's got your silicone candy here, which you could eat. No, you're not going to eat it. It's not good for you. But these silicone little things are useful for me because I have loose ammo that are in ammo cans, right? Throw a couple of these inside the can. It'll keep your ammo dry. That's what those things are designed for. Look at this well-packaged, molded enclosure for your scope. Now here it is right there. Is that badass looking or what, man? It includes a cantilever type offset scope mount. Actually, it gives you almost 2 inches above, 2 inches forward of the upper connection. See? That's sharp, isn't it? I'll show you the other side. So this is a 1 times to 6 times by 35 millimeter. It has your caps that are spring-loaded, dust covers for those dust bunnies. This is the 1 times to 6 times lever, where you would move it from 1 times to 6 times, variable, depending on what you need. Usually around 1 to 3 to 4, you could just pick it up and look through it. And for short distances, you can, for close combat, close quarter combat. And then for long range at the range, you have 6 times. Now, because this is a first focal plane scope, right? The reticle will move with your variable distance. So if you're going to 6, your crosshairs are super close to you, so you can see the target extremely clear. Whereas the second focal plane was that if you went to 6 times, your crosshairs were extremely small and you could barely see it. Elevation for the top, windage on the side over here as normal, and it is a 1 click for a half MOA. Okay, now that we've taken the scope out, I'm going to show you what else is in the box. Okay, so what we have here is a in addition to the end part of it, because sometimes you need it for sun glare. So some have a honeycomb type shade in there where you can slip it in for a glare. This is just a hollow tube that allows more sunshade. So I removed the dust covers for the forward part of it, and you could just screw that in for the sun glare, for glare. It's a glare extension tube. So there you go. And this sunshade just pops back on again. So now your rifle scope is longer. What else is in the box? You have a couple of Allen keys or hex tools, and you have a cleaning cloth. And I was just going to say, they better give me batteries, because what's worse than buying a product that requires batteries, right? Special kind of batteries, right? Even though these aren't that special, because most optics do require a CR 2032 or a CR 123, those types. It's not like a AA or a AAA battery, which is pretty common. But what's worse than getting a product and you're so anxious to open it up and try it, right? And it doesn't come with batteries. Well, it's a good touch when they give you batteries and they give you an extra one. So I'm going to open up one of these batteries. We're going to install it in here, and usually the area is right there. I've had a few items in my life, so I kind of know what I'm doing, sort of. Sort of. So you just put that in, positive side on that side. It tells you there's a plus sign there. We just slide it on here, and I am going to check out how the reticle looks, and I believe this is also red or green illumination, along with a... I really need to just pay attention to what I'm doing. So I just put the battery in. It has an O-ring on it to keep it waterproof. So that was very important. So you have to really screw it on nice and snugly so that the O-ring doesn't get caught up, because the O-ring is vital in keeping moisture out of the battery compartment. So with these dust covers, right, you can either have them opening to the top, where, in my opinion, if you open it up from the front over here, this cap would get in the way of you adjusting the 1x to 6x variable distance. See? So some people either take the cap off altogether, or you rotate it so that it opens up downwards. Or like they say in Canada, downwards. Like that. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to keep it like that. I do want the dust cover because you want to keep your optic lenses clean, free from any debris or dust. Because if you did get it and you were in a pinch, you just use your finger and try to clean it, you'll see smudges all over it, you know? Not to mention the fact that if you had dust or sand or something like that and you scratched it with your hands, you would probably scratch the lens, which is no good. So I would probably switch these things to the bottom, just so it got out of the way of my touching the top. You know what I mean? But honestly, I just shoot at the range. We're not talking about zombies or marauders or invaders or World War III yet. So there you go. Like I said, the lever going from 1 to 6, and the illumination's very cool. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay, it's hard to do with the camera, but I'm going to try my best. As you can see, if you look at the reticle, it has already an etched black crosshairs. And it almost has like your ACSS measures over there. So that was at 6x. This is at 1x, and my relief is excellent. I'm probably 5 or 6 inches away from the lens. As you can see with the first focal plane, right, at 1x, your crosshairs are very small. When you move it to 6x, your crosshairs are very close to you and very visible. That's the difference between first focal plane and second focal plane optics. Okay, now I have it on to the red illumination where the crosshairs are red. And as you can see, I'm at 1x. I'm pointing it towards the tire here of my tractor so that you can see it clearly instead of the white background. Now you can see clearly that's the red illumination at 1 times. Now at 6 times, as you can see, using a first focal plane, it is the crosshairs are very close to you and you can see clearly the target. You can also have green. The green option is the same as the red, just in green and not red. This is at 1 times, and this is at 6 times. As you can see with first focal plane, those crosshairs are extremely close to you, and you could see long range exactly where your crosshairs are, and for targeting much easier. That's the difference between second and first focal plane. So now I'm going to mount it on my rifle. I wanted to mention that while it does have the red and the green illumination, right? If you had your battery run out on you while you're out in the field, you wouldn't be screwed because the black crosshairs are etched into the reticle so that no matter what would happen, you would still see through your lens and be able to target something because of the black, even if you ran out of batteries. Now, if you would have shattered your glass, then you're screwed. But anyway, I'm going to put this on and mount this on my Picatinny rail on my rifle now, and I want to adjust it to what's comfortable for my eye relief. You have to adjust yours, whether forward or closer to your eyeball, how you hold your weapon, and adjust to what's comfortable for you so that when you want to just lift it up to your eyes and you can target quickly. Okay, so I just mounted it. And this is comfortable for me. When I just lift it up, I can target right away. I can see my target right away. That's perfect. And the eye relief, as you can see, is very good for me. I have astigmatism, and yet I am still 3.5 to almost 4 inches away from the lens. Now, what I was saying before about the dust covers, so this is not going to work for me because if the dust cover comes off like this, it gets in the way of my charging handle. So maybe I could put it to the side. There you go. If it was to the side, that would work out. Yeah, that's good right there. That's a good idea because I do want to keep the dust covers, you know? So it allows you to move your dust cover around without it getting in the way of your charging handle, as well as your variable adjustments. So I really like this handle here. It's clear. It's sticking out, so you can just grab it, you know, right away. And there's not a large amount of tension from switching it between 1 and 6. There is some resistance in it because what happens is if you have a lever and you move it around, you could inadvertently move it to your adjustment. Let's say you had it at 3.5 times and you liked where that was and you moved around and it moved it to 4, you know what I mean? So it has enough resistance so it wouldn't easily change your settings, and at the same time you can go from 1 to 6 very easily just with a pull like that. There were some other scopes that it took a lot of effort to move it, you know what I mean? Which is good too. It really all depends on the operator, you know? But this one opening up on the bottom here is fine, you know what I mean? But I like the fact that you can open that like that. Boom, I got it. I got the target right there. So at 1 times, this is very easy, and I can keep both eyes open to find my target. If I'm going 6 times, wow, I can see my neighbor's backyard. Very, very cool. So this is a fantastic scope. It's Sniper brand, and I got this from Texas Precision Optics. So I just mounted it permanently on here. I adjusted this area here because I'm a little OCD. I wanted to have this exactly centered, so I had to take these two off here and just reposition it. Also, the crosshairs was just a smidgen to the right, so I wanted to make it exactly horizontal. You know, if you have OCD, you guys know what I mean. Anyway, so how does that look? Does that look fantastic or what? So instead of having a red dot sight, and a 3x magnifier. I've got one all-in-one right here, and it cuts down on the weight as well. You got some great dust covers. You can adjust them to whichever you need to do. This is waterproof and shockproof, and it's a first focal plane rifle scope with red, green, and natural black illumination or reticle crosshairs. So totally stoked about how this sniper rifle scope looks and feels and works on my rifle. And because I have astigmatism, the eye relief is fantastic. And with it being a wide angle as well, it really helps with my immediate, sighting of the target. So this is fantastic. Sniper brand from Texas Precision Optics. If you guys would like to get your own, check the link in the description. I'll have a link to the website as well as to this specific product itself. Thanks a lot for joining me on today's FFP LPVO Rifle Scope Optic review. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers, Blowers, and Guns.
Because the UPS guy screwed this up. I'm gonna
See you guys next time on Mowers.
Blowers.
Hey, I'm Henry from Mowers and Blowers. As a YouTuber that deals with small engine equipment on a daily basis, I worry about the harmful effects of the 10% ethanol that's in your unleaded gas from your gas station. Here on the East Coast, as winter nears, I think about storing my summer lawn equipment for the winter. Ethanol absorbs moisture, and what it does is it could rust or corrode and clog up your jets in your carburetor. That's why I use Ethanol Safeguard with stabilizers from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. Before you store your machines, a little bit of Lucas goes a long way. When you're ready to use your machines again, hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.